Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video I have an interesting project to show you guys. Over the years, Tamiya used to have a lot of classic parts like the volume 1, 2 and 3 tune-up parts, but the most interesting part in my opinion is the Tamiya steering set, which is this one. It says Mini 4WD steering system set and the part number is 15258. Now this upgrade part is amazing because you do not need any screws to attach them to your car, and it instantly gives the front wheels of your car the ability to steer and turn at the same time. On paper, it says that the alterable wheels provide smoother cornering. However, in reality, it actually slows the car down. This is due to the lack of power steering for the front wheels. In this project, we're going to build our own power steering mini 4-wheel drive car. Now we need a car for the project, and here I've gotten myself the Thunder Dragon Clear Special from Tamiya. Look at the illustration, it looks great. Let me show you what's in the box. You have the chassis. That's a VS chassis, by the way. And here is the clear body shell and the mounting parts for the body shell. And we have the tires, the wheel rims, and the gearbox parts with the silver can. I'm going to paint this body shell to make it look nice and classic, the way it is back in the day. I've cut out the body shell of the Thunder Dragon. I'm going to make it look like this card here, which is the original box art of the Thunder Dragon. Alright, finally I've completed the Thunder Dragon body shell and it looks great. It looks pretty similar to the box art here. For this project, we're going to install the Tamiya steering system set onto the car so that it can steer itself left and right on the track. To activate the automatic steering, we're going to need a switch, and the switch will be implanted onto the front sliding damper here. Alright, let's get cracking with the build. Alright, I've installed the Tamiya steering set onto the car and this is how it looks like. I've also installed the servo which controls the steering via this linkage here, which is made out of a paper clip. Now I've also assembled the front sliding damper and it works well. It's very smooth, as you can see. However, there's a problem. The two holes for mounting to the chassis do not match up with the holes of the VS chassis, as you can see. To solve this problem, I'm using this front fiberglass bumper from Tamiya. I have the sliding damper secured to this fiberglass bumper, and then the fiberglass bumper will attach to the VS chassis via the two holes at the ends. Yep, now the holes line up. To achieve the power steering for our car, here are the electronics we need. On the left, we have the power booster to boost the one cell LiPo 4.2 volts to 5 volts to power the electronics. Next, we have a regular servo tester. And then we have a linear servo for the steering. And lastly, we have a 1K ohm resistor. Now let me show you how the electronics work. This is the servo tester. It's been driven by the 5 volts booster as we only have a one cell power supply here. And here we have the linear servo for steering on the car. To make the servo go to the left or right, we just have to close the circuit between two legs of the potentiometer, like so. With this simple circuit, we only need two switches to control the servo to go full left or full right. However, you could see that there's too much travel, and this would cause mechanical binding issues. To limit the travel, we have to use a resistor between the middle leg and the side leg of the potentiometer. Now here's the back of the servo tester. In this close-up shot, you will notice I've soldered a resistor to the middle leg of the potentiometer. I've also soldered this pigtail for testing. Let me show you how this works. I'm going to connect this pigtail to the side leg of the potentiometer. Now for the other leg. See how much less travel there is now. With the added resistance between the middle leg and the side leg of the potentiometer, the amount of travel is just right for our application. In order to fit all the electronics into the car, we need to make them as compact as possible. Here I've hot glued the 5V booster onto the servo tester. And here I have also soldered 3 wires from the 3 legs of the potentiometer to this connector here. The other connector here is for the servo, the steering servo. And here you can see the 3 wires, signal, positive and ground, going to the signal pins of the servo tester. This is a very modular design. It can be fitted onto the car as needed. And here's the other connector that fits here. Now here's my simple two-way switch using the sliding damper. This wire here goes to the middle leg of the potentiometer, and these 2 wires go to the side legs of the potentiometer. So as we slide the damper, the circuit will be closed between the middle leg and the 2 side legs, like so. Now here's the final version of the power steering module with a little LiPo pack here. It's a 70 mAh H1S pack. And the module is controlled by the switch here. Now let's put everything to the test. Let's power on the module. And activate the power steering. Yep, it works. Alright, for the first test, we don't have the battery connected, so there's no power for the power steering. Alright, the moment of truth, we're going to power on the power steering module. In conclusion, the car is faster with the power steering. It's not a lot faster, but it's an interesting project. And it's quite simple. There's no programming involved. Just a servo tester, a servo, and the Tamiya steering system set. That's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.